We are in Acts 27. And what that means is we are quickly approaching the end of the book of Acts. And so we need to figure out where we're going next. And we might only have a few days to figure it out because um, these last couple chapters, they're going to go quickly. So, chapter 27, verse 1. And when it was decided that we should sail to Italy, they delivered Paul and some other prisoners to one named Julius, a centurion of the Augustan regiment. So, entering a ship of Adramyttium, we put to sea to sail, meaning to sail along the coast of Asia. Aristarchus, a Macedonian of Thessalonica, was with us. And the next day we landed in Sidon, and Julius treated Paul kindly and gave him liberty to go to his friends and receive care. When we had put to sea from there, we sailed under the shelter of Cyprus because the winds were contrary. And when we had sailed over the sea which is off Cilicia and Pamphylia, we came to Myra, a city of Lycia. There the centurion found an Alexandrian ship sailing to Italy, and he put us on board. When we had sailed slowly many days and arrived with difficulty off Cnidus, the wind not permitting us to proceed, we sailed under the shelter of Crete off Salmon. Passing it with difficulty, we came to a place called Fair Havens near the city of Lycia. So, like I said, a lot of this is just the storyline of what's going on. We're going to see some fascinating stuff as far as the seafaring, what they're doing, how they're sailing. But basically, they sailed up the coast and now they're headed over, and the winds often blow down to the south. They're coming from north to south. And so they're sailing under the south side of Crete, trying to avoid those winds. And they find a nice place called Fair Havens. Now, verse 9, when much time had been spent and sailing was now dangerous because the fast was already over, Paul advised them, saying, Men, I perceive that this voyage will end with a disaster and much loss, not only of cargo and our ship, but also our lives. Nevertheless, the centurion was persuaded by the helmsman and the owner of the ship, than by the things spoken by Paul. And because the harbor was not suitable to winter in, the majority advised to set sail from there also, if by any means they could reach Phoenix, a harbor of Crete opening toward the southwest and northwest, and winter there. Now, they were saying that Fair Havens was not suitable. You could translate that word commodious or convenient. Really, what it got down to is it wasn't a fun place. They wanted to get to a more serious shipping port where they would have entertainment for the sailors. Because if they're going to winter, if they're going to be stuck there during the bad weather and not able to sail at all, they'd rather go somewhere where there was something to do, something fun, some way to spend the time. And basically, what we see happening is so often where we're tempted to go and do something more fun. The grass is always greener. In fact, Angela, you're watching. I think you're the one I saw post a meme that made me crack up laughing one time. It was a long time ago, but I still remember where it was a picture of someone's house with a walkway, and over here was a bunch of dead grass, and over here was a bunch of green grass. And they say, hey, the grass. They sometimes say the grass is always greener on the other side. Well, that's because the grass is fake, and of course the grass over here had been like spray painted green. It looked really pretty, but it was fake. And that's often the case too, is that so often we get deceived to thinking things are going to be better if we just go over here. They would be better if I was married to someone else. Things will be better if I just go to a different church. Things will be better if I, things will be better if I, things would be better if I, and that becomes like something we get really fooled into, that things would be so much better if only. Solomon in Ecclesiastes, he says, he who desires silver will not be satisfied by silver. I mean, there's something about it. Like, we see something that we think will satisfy, that we think will be better, but even if we get it, it never ends up satisfying and then never ends up being better. We always want something bigger and better. And I think there's something about just learning as a Christian to be content with what we're given. Rather than praying for that which we think would give us contentment, why don't we just pray for the contentment? I had a young man over the other night, and we were just talking about how so often people think money is going to bring them peace. Well, if I had money, then I wouldn't worry about this. And if I had money, I could buy all these things, and then I'd be happy. And I say, you see, the problem is people are praying and striving for the thing that they think will bring them peace rather than just striving for peace. Why not just go to the end of the race rather than winding around this winding track? Why not just really pray and seek that what you desire? You see, you think money will get you the peace, but ultimately all you want is peace. Does it matter if you have money? If you have peace? Does it matter if you have a special somebody in your life? If you have the love and the fulfillment you desire? Does it matter if you have this or that? As long as you have the peace, the joy. And that's the stuff that God promises to give. God doesn't promise prosperity. He doesn't promise money. He does not promise health, wealth, and everything else. But he does promise peace that surpasses understanding. He promises joy unspeakable. Just those two things right there. Peace that is so mind-blowing, it's like hard to fathom. And joy that's so amazing, you can't even utter to describe the joy that God can give. Rather than aiming for all these other things, why not just aim for those? Why not just aim for the ultimate goal and try and hit that than all the things we think are going to bring it? And so that's what these guys thought. They're thinking that, well, if we aim, for this place, we want to get to Phoenix. That sounds like a really cool place. Maybe not Arizona, Phoenix, but this one sounds really awesome. And that'll answer all of our problems, and we'll be happy there. Why do we want Fair Havens when we can have Phoenix? I mean, Fair Havens is kind of a lame sounding name, isn't it? I mean, it just sounds safe. It just sounds suitable. It just sounds like everything you actually need. And somewhere you're thinking, I need some fiery flaming bird, when I just really need a Fair Haven. I just need a place that I can settle and be safe, be provided for, and have peace and joy, rather than trying to push and make it to the Phoenix. And you're going to find out that the Euroclydon's going to come, and it's going to mess up all their plans, and they could have had peace and joy at Fair Havens, but nope, they needed more, and they ruined it all. So that was a nice place to stop today. But truthfully, I could have read a lot more, and we've only got a chapter and a half, or a chapter and 3/4 left. So I need to hear from you guys. Revelation was a popular suggestion. If you guys want to be old school, we could kick it back to Genesis or something like that. Who knows? So we got to figure out what book we're studying next. I need to hear from you guys so I know what you guys want to do. And it's not a democracy. I will ultimately tell you what we're going to do, but I do like hearing what you guys have to say. So, yeah, comment. This would be a fun book to study. I haven't seen a single comment yet. I'm waiting. Still waiting. All right, I won't wait forever, but let me know what you guys want to study next, and we shall check it out. Enrique, you want to read the Epistle of Barnabas on your own? Hi, this kid, I can't take him anywhere. All right, you guys, have an amazing day. We'll be finishing up possibly even this week. I don't know. I mean, we could go that fast. So, and we'll see where we're headed next. Arla and Susan are in cahoots with each other in Revelation. So we'll see where we head. You guys take care.